Hello, I'm Mohsen Jamal and you watch Afghanews. Senior representatives of drug control agencies have arrived in the Afghan capital Kabul to attend the second regional anti-drug conference between Tajikistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan and Russia, which was held Monday. The conference participants intend to discuss in earnest the heroin production situation in Afghanistan. About 90 officers from the drug watchdogs of several countries and high-ranking UN NATO officials and ambassadors from several countries accredited in Afghanistan participated in the conference. The conference is expected to result in signing of a joint statement by the chiefs of the drug control agencies of Afghanistan, Pakistan, Russia and Tajikistan. Drug control chiefs from Afghanistan, Pakistan, Russia and Tajikistan signed a joint declaration in Moscow to set up a Central Asian anti-drug quartet in December 2010. The bodies of two German hikers missing for more than 2 weeks in Afghanistan have been found, a government official said Monday. Roshana Khaled, the provincial governor's spokeswoman of Parwan, said that they have found the dead bodies of two German hikers in the northern Salang Pass, just north of Kabul, adding that a team is being sent to the area to bring the bodies back. The cause of their death was not known, Khaled said, and added that the bodies were found between two mountains by local villagers. Parwan provincial governor Basir Salangi said the bodies were found in a desert frequented by Kochi nomads, and he suspected they were involved in the killings. The two, who were working for an aid organization, went missing on August 3rd and might have been kidnapped. German Foreign Minister Guido Westerwelle had earlier said no group has so far claimed responsibility for the kidnapping. Japan's death toll from tropical depression Talas, earlier downgraded from a tropical storm, has risen to 25 with 52 missing. The government said Monday as torrential rain pounded the west of the country at the weekend, triggering mudslides and bursting river banks. Talas, which cut through Japan's main island Saturday and Sunday, was off the country's western coast as of 8 p.m. EDT. Heading northeast, the Japan Meteorological Agency said there were no reports of major disruption to factory operations, and Tokyo Electric Power Company said its tsunami-crippled Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant in eastern Japan has not been affected by the storm. Talas has mostly moved at about 6 miles per hour, and its slow progress caused heavy and prolonged rainfall over Japan, the agency added. Scuffles have broken out between protesters and police officers outside the trial of Hosni Mubarak, Egypt's former president, as the court prepares to hear from police witnesses who were in the operation room during the crackdown on pro-democracy demonstrations. The 4 senior police officers will be the first witnesses to take the stand in a case that has gripped Egypt in the Arab world. Mubarak, the first Arab leader to stand trial in person since the beginning of a wave of popular uprising sweeping the Middle East, this year arrived at the courthouse by helicopter Monday, but Egyptians will not be able to follow the proceedings on national television after Ahmed Rifat, the case judge, ruled that no more sessions of the trial should be televised. Egyptians were stunned by television images of the 83-year-old former president of 30 years being wheeled into courtroom cash on a hospital bed for the first 2 sessions. Mubarak's sons Ella and Gamal, once viewed as being groomed for top office, Habibul Adli, his former interior minister, and 6 senior police officers are also on trial. Libyan fighters are poised for assaults on 2 of Muammar Gaddafi's last remaining strongholds, Bani Walid and Sirte, but renewed negotiations have raised hopes for a peaceful end to the standoff. Fighters for the National Transitional Council on Monday exchanged fire with Gaddafi loyalists as they advanced closer to the besieged city of Bani Walid and were awaiting orders to launch their final attack after negotiations over its surrender collapsed a day earlier. Rebels said another group had come forward to negotiate, distancing themselves from those conducting previous talks. Rebel negotiator Abdullah Kanshel said on Sunday that the earlier talks had broken down after Gaddafi loyalists insisted the fighters put down their weapons before entering Bani Walid, some 150 kilometers southeast of Tripoli. Meanwhile, in Gaddafi's hometown of Sirte, in the east of the country, negotiations also continued for the city surrender. Bani Walid and Sirte, along with Sabha deep in the Sahara Desert, are the last pockets of support for Gaddafi. Syrian pro-democracy activists say at least 13 people have been killed in an anti-government protest. The reports of the deaths came on Sunday as the head of the International Committee of the Red Cross was due to meet senior Syrian officials in the capital Damascus. The local coordination committees, which groups anti-government activists on the ground, said the total death toll on Sunday was 14, with 4 people also killed in suburbs of the central city of Hama. Deaths were also reported in Homs and in Jezreel on the outskirts of Damascus. Jacob Kellenberger, the ICRC chief who arrived in Damascus on Saturday, met Walid al-Muallim, the Syrian foreign minister, on Sunday and was scheduled to meet President Bashar al-Assad a day later. The international organization is seeking access to prisons where thousands of activists and other civilians arrested in anti-government protests are believed to be held. Kurdish guerrillas opened fire on a group of Turkish policemen playing football in the eastern city of Tunceli late on Sunday, killing a senior officer and his wife and wounding 8 other police officers, Turkish media reported. The police were playing at an artificial pitch in the city center when 4 or 5 rebels arrived by car and opened fire with long-range rifles. One rebel was shot dead as police returned fire. It was the 3rd attack in 2 days in southeast Turkey, where 2 soldiers and 2 village guards also died in separate assaults by the Kurdistan Workers' Party militants amid a heightened level of violence in the region. The PKK took up arms against the Turkish state in 1984 and is listed as a terrorist organization by Turkey, the United States and the European Union. And that the tropical storm Lee has weakened to a tropical depression as it nears Mississippi in the United States, but forecasters say it still has the potential to dump up to 25 centimeters of rain over the Tennessee Valley and southern Appalachian Mountains. The National Hurricane Center said the remnants of Lee were 90 kilometers west southwest of Macomb, Mississippi, with maximum sustained winds of 55 kilometers per hour around 3 GMT on Monday. The storm, which has led to a temporary shutdown of over 60% of offshore oil production, was moving east-northeast at 11 kilometers per hour. New Orleans, drenched as the storm made landfall, managed to hold up with its flood defenses coming under one of their biggest tests since Hurricane Katrina devastated the city in 2005. 80% of the city was flooded then in the hurricane, which caused more than $80 billion in damage to New Orleans' tourism industry, killed at least 1,500 people. And that's all for now. Thanks for staying with us.